Thank you, Janita. Appreciate the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, tremendous impact that AI and ML is having on the industry as a whole, not just in our front-facing areas, but right on our own backyards, DevOps, right? I'm sure you're all familiar with DevOps. You're all in that field, so you're here. So I'm not going to go through the concept of DevOps. But key things to highlight is it is the practice of, how do you improve collaboration? How do you improve getting continuous feedback? How do you improve the speed, the reliability, and the availability of the application? The application development efficiencies, the workflow efficiencies. DevOps have become the de facto standard, not just for on-prem, but also for cloud-based applications, as it enables integration and continuous delivery. But, as I was just explaining a few minutes earlier to one of the participants here, Jane, the more, as our inherent human nature is to better what we always have, right? So Dev came, now DevOps came, engineering was there, and we bettered it into DevOps. And now with every iteration or cycle or maturity of the DevOps life cycle, new tools came into the environment. We leveraged those and made our jobs easier. But then did we sit back and say, that's fine? No. What we did was we reached over and we said, okay, let's make it better. Let's add more complexity. So it's an iterative cycle where you have complexity, the ecosystem develops tools that solves the complexity, and then you take it to the next level and you get more complex, right? And that's what innovation is, right? Innovation is where it's not just, about creativity and invention. It is the delivery of new solutions that provide real value. AI/ML powered DevOps is actually, let me see if I can, it's all about the confluence. As I was explaining, as at every iteration, more tools are available in the market, you all, right, take those tools and you step on it. You stand on the shoulders of those tools, and then you develop better, right? So that's what's happening with the confluence today, right? So I've got some of them on the screen here. You have AI/ML, you have low code, no code. Some of them you feel threatened, don't. I know Mani was talking about, one engineering going out of fashion, but I'm sure, a few decades back, the typewriter came into invention. And what did we all think? Gone are the days of the secretary, right? But did they find other jobs? Yeah. Are we more efficient? The cost of doing business? Now you don't have to pay a secretary. That secretary position can be re-architected into a different role. So the same thing will happen with all of us, right? The important thing is to know what's coming, know the future, and then posture yourself and see where you can leverage it. Let's look at the various opportunities that all this put together is, and more. And I tell you, the moment I step off stage, there'll be a few more that will come on here, right? So increased efficiency, automated code generation, security, predictive analytics, and you've been hearing this all morning, self-healing systems, AI-driven automated operation. It's all there. It's for the picking. And it's your time to step forward and take this bull by the horns and deal with it. Do not turn away. That's what I'm asking all of you to do, right? So with that, let's dive in and see what we can see, right? So I'm not going to go over this slide in detail, but you guys know the basics of DevOps. You also know what's the critical success factors for DevOps, right? Collaboration, automated testing, feedback, right? And continuous improvement. These are like the tenets of your world. If you are in this, then you live and breathe this, and you have to continue to live and breathe this to take this to the next level. We're going to look at where and how we're going to be able to transform DevOps or power DevOps with AI/ML. There's so many ways to slice this, right? This is just one way to put thoughts together and present them. So we've broken it down into workflow changes, model enhancements, pipelines, and implementation challenges. Now, like I said, there's a lot of different ways to slice this, to skin this cat. But hopefully this will give you a structure, and there might be repetitions in here where you look at this from different angles and you see, oh, I can do automation there, I can also do automation here. So bear with me until we just go through these slides. So transforming DevOps with AI, the workflow changes and benefits. Automated continuous integration and the CI/CD, automating that. Predictive analytics, we saw, you've been hearing it all morning. Now, predictive analytics, we've been hearing it for the last 15 years. But now, when you say predictive analytics, there is meaning to it because there's a different meaning to it. There's a more intelligent meaning to predictive analytics. Enhanced monitoring and alerting, dynamic resource allocation, and then definitely security practices, automating that. Let's see in detail what each of them are, right? So automated CI/CD, you can automate testing. You heard it all morning, code reviews, deployment processes. I'm not sure how many of us actually do automated code reviews, but guess what? With Gen AI and with the capability that AI has today and the self-learning and the training modules that are out there, tools will, if not available now, they will be out there, right? So these are opportunity areas that do not consider. Predictive analytics, right? You can prevent potential issues. Incident management is a place where this hits hard, and you can gain a lot of ground here. Analyzing historical data, minimizing downtime, and then overall improving system reliability. Enhanced monitoring, identifying patterns. That's right in AI/ML's backyard. They're good at that. So leverage that for pattern recognition, anomaly detection, and then leverage that information to proactively resolve issues. So incident management, a big area. Dynamic resource allocation. In fact, some of this are already baked into the tools we have, right? If you go to the cloud, resource allocation happens dynamically, right? You can check a box as you provision these resources, and it'll dynamically scale, dynamically allocate resources. Scaling resources dynamically. And this brings, kind of the cloud model where previously you had to buy the infrastructure, invest in CapEx, but now you don't. You start small, scale as you need. So it all, it's there. Use it. A lot of times we think, okay, somebody else's responsibility. It's not mine. I just build and leave. But no, I think, as Mani was saying, it's that the funnel is shrinking where you wear multiple hats now. The roles are widening. As you get smarter tools in the market, you wear more hats, you become a jack of all trades, and you leverage all the tools that you can to deliver value to the customer, right? Automated security practices, identifying vulnerabilities, enforcing compliance, a perfect, AI-driven capability which you can implement. So these are the 5 in the workflow area. Let's see what we have in the next, right? The next bucket is model enhancements. So hyperparameter optimization, feature engineering, transfer learning, API integration, and continuous learning. Hyperparameter optimization. Typically, parameters allow you to allow the model to learn the rules from the data. Hyperparameters are those that are, from externally. Typically, you would manually plug the hyperparameters in. But now with the capability of AI, you can actually leverage AI to learn. You can train AI to learn those hyperparameters and deploy them. automatically fine-tune systems for improved performance. Automated feature engineering, enhancing the model input, improving its ability to capture complex patterns of data. This is, guys, this is AI's bread and butter, right? We should leverage it. Transfer learning, another one of AI's bread and butter, right? Pre-trained models and knowledge gained from one task. You teach, what do you say? You teach the model what a cat looks like, and then it'll be smarter in identifying that it's a dog and it's not a cat. So things like that. Advanced API integration, seamless integration of models into APIs, enhancing the accessibility and usability of models in various applications. Another area where there's capability or opportunity to bake AI, ML into your DevOps. Continuous learning. Models can adapt and learn from new data, ensuring that the models stay relevant. So this is the dynamic nature of, previously you had to get in and feed it, or even you have to self-learn it. And then you have to record it, you have to keep it, you have to disseminate that information. But with self-learning, it will learn and it'll stay learn. It'll continuously learn and improve itself. So there you go. Those are the areas in that. Okay, let's dive into pipelines. I know a lot of you are using pipelines. What do we have in the pipeline space, right? Automated failure detection, again, predictive analytics for failure prevention, resource allocation, intelligent rerouting of resources to pipelines, and then root cause analysis. So let's look at the automated failure detection, right? Monitoring pipelines in real time, detecting anomalies and failures, triggering immediate alerts for prompt intervention. Predictive analytics for failure prevention. This is another area where you can, the model can analyze historical pipeline data and predict and prevent failures, right? So again, the theme is leverage AI, the capabilities of AI to get more benefit from what you're deploying. Dynamic resource allocation, optimizing of resource allocation among parallel pipelines, redistributing workloads dynamically, right? You don't have to see something has happened and then go manually, have to redistribute, and then even in that model, you have to redo some stuff. You have to restart so you have lost time. But by dynamic workload redistribution, you can actually save some of those lost, opportunities and lost time. So again, improving your DevOps efficiency, intelligent rerouting. Another automatically reroute tasks to alternative pipelines. And then, this way you can have uninterrupted or lesser interrupted workflow execution, right? Root cause analysis, leveraging machine learning for detailed root cause analysis. Again, something that AI and ML does very well, right? So use it or lose it. If you don't use it, you're not getting the benefit out of the confluence of what's happening today, right? And trust me, if you're not doing it, somebody else is doing it. I've been to different countries. I work in the US. I've been here. I've been in India. The pull from the community of users is significant and at a different pace at different countries and different cultures. So you can get on the fast train and get it done, or you can sit back and watch the fast train move and get to finish line quicker than you. So I would say, take the bull by the horns. This is your opportunity. So let's see, and this is the last area, I think, implementation challenges, right? There are a lot of areas within the implementation challenges where you can deploy or leverage AI. Acceleration of deployment cycles, predictability and reliability, resource utilization, enhancing collaboration, decision-making, implementation challenges, incident management, and continuous improvement. In terms of deployment cycles, faster and more frequent deployments, reducing time to market, leverage AI ML. You have improved predictability, foreseeing potential issues and failures, right? Improving back to reliability. This tool has so much that it offers. I mean, the tool set has so much it offers that you have to use. You have a Swiss knife, go put it to good use, right? Efficient resource utilization, ensuring that the infrastructure is utilized efficiency, which can lead to cost savings. And so send the logs in, train the models to identify, what is efficient utilization, and you can even, have your own hyperparameters to put limits and boundaries on how you want the model to do recommendations. Enhance collaboration. This is even with the advent of chatbots and human-like interfaces that AI brings to the table today. There's a lot of opportunity here to foster a culture of shared responsibility for the entire software delivery process. You can insert this at any, so I can see some of you smiling. It's like, yeah, I can put it there, I can put it here. There's so much, the canvas is open. It's for you to take and be creative in deploying these tools at different parts or phases of your cycles to see where you can leverage this better. Smarter decision making, enabling data-driven decision for making of optimizing workflows, identifying bottlenecks, right? Addressing implementation challenges, like manual intervention, we talked about it, resource constraints, unpredictable workloads, adapting to dynamic environments. Streamline incident management. This is another place where I feel we're not using it enough. It can contribute to significantly faster incident detection and also resolution. And then CI, continuous improvement, right? This is enabling the feedback mechanism. If you can bake that into you and make that automated, then the self-learning systems will pick it up, and some of this they will even recommend and suggest. So all that, right, to create applications that are secure by design, intelligent by design, secure by default, I think is what you said, right? Agile by nature. The canvas is open, and this is a diagram I saw. I thought it captured the state of affairs at a certain point of time. But I think, like I said, the moment I step off stage, you'll put a few more boxes in here and say, you can do more. Now, DevOps and MLs have, and ML have a bridge to gap, right? You have, from a DevOps standpoint, you have automation, collaboration, and continuous improvement. And then from a machine learning standpoint, you have data analysis, model training, and prediction. These two needs to come together, right? Hopefully, the ideas that you heard here, you're seeing the two groups that we need to bring together. And once you do that, then you can discover valuable insights, you can automate tasks, and you can manage risk, right? So I promised you we'll have a little bit more tactical stuff. So here's some tactical items. Some tools, right? It's not everything. Like I said, it's to give you a flavor of what's out there that you maybe can leverage, or you can even do, I would say Kubia versus, and then something else will, the the search engine itself will say, oh, you have this other tool also, right? To leverage language models throughout its entire cycle. So these are virtual desktops, virtual DevOps assistants. Now you have Hugging Face, which is a data science platform you can leverage. Code Guru, most of you probably already know Code Guru, but there's a lot of capability in there. Don't forget that. SysDig, comprehensive visibility and monitoring. PagerDuty to reduce noise during triage. Atlassian Intelligence, AI-powered virtual assistant for customer queries. Dynatrace, monitoring again to provide actionable insights. You got Datadog, which is more application performance monitoring. Snyk for security testing. And Harness, I think, is for optimizing application deployment. So, again, not at all a comprehensive list, but it's there. Last but least, I'm going to leave with this blueprint. You have to incorporate AI in your organization to be successful, right? The future, we are all probably, I think most of you have been in this industry for 5, maybe 10 years. Trust me, the next generation of folks walking through that door and sitting next to you and coding will be folks who drink and live AI. So you have to get AI in your back pocket today and not wait for them to walk in the door and then scramble, right? So for your future readiness, bake AI into the culture today. Include it in your goals and objectives and get moving in AI. Baseline your current state from an AI readiness standpoint. That's where you want to start. Identify AI ML tools, a lot of, and the challenge here, there's going to be a challenge because the environment is moving so quick. Anyone who sees an opportunity of coming out with a new AI tool will do that because they can make a fast buck. But then will they be lasting? So the trick here is when you incorporate these tools, do not get too married to it, right? Make sure that you are engaged, you're coupling and decoupling in a modular fashion so that, hey, this tool is gone, got bought by Microsoft, they killed it. So we can go somewhere else, right? So keep that in mind. Plan to align your development method, your DevOps methodologies with AI/ML methodologies like CRISP. CRISP is the cross-industry standards for process for data modeling, data mining. So those, you don't have to use that. I'm saying these AI/ML processes that you need to bake in. Develop a resourcing strategy plan. Most likely you will have to augment with external resources. You can't do this all alone. And then conduct your agile sprints, continuous feedback, and then, of course, continuous improvement. That 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8 need to keep repeating. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this talk was informative. I thoroughly enjoyed it standing here and delivering everything that I had in my mind. I hope it was inspiring and practical. If you have time for questions, we'll take some, but otherwise, I can take them later as well. Thank you for your time.